Hey guys, so I'm gonna start off this video by showing you guys some of the stuff that's sold on eBay. So I have this 3mm diskettes high density thing. I don't really know what it is, but it's sold for $6 plus shipping on top. I have that right in this bin right here. Probably paid like 50 cents for this at the Goodwill bins. Next up we have this Pocahontas VHS tape. It's actually brand new sealed. I found a ton of sealed VHS tapes that day at the Goodwill bins, and I only paid 25 cents on this, and it sold for $8 plus shipping on top. I have all of my VHSs down here if I can find it, and here we are, Pocahontas. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but a little bit of the seal actually came off. That's actually kind of funny. Next up we have the Fairly Oddparents board game. I paid $4 for this at Steals and Deals, and it sold for $20 plus shipping on top. So we'll add that to the pile. It's super duper lightweight. It'll definitely ship first class, unlike most of my other puzzles. Next sale is actually kind of interesting. I sold this personalized license plate holder. It's actually from the Bell brand. I think they make like helmets for bikes and like seat covers, and I picked this up at the Goodwill bins as well. Probably paid around 50 cents to $1 for it, and it sold for $12 plus shipping on top. And that's also in this first bin right here, so we'll add that to the pile. Next up is a really sweet sale. I sold this Nike Golf Bellagio strap back hat. I sold it for $35 plus shipping on top. It's a really cool hat, and guess what? It's actually Nike. Like, look at this. I'll show you guys the back of it. It's Nike. I had no idea how much this was worth at the time, but it's actually very rare. I picked this up at the Goodwill bin, so I probably spent like a quarter on it, and to turn a quarter into $35 plus shipping on top is just absolutely insane. What'd you tell me, Emma?
I said ask your YouTube buddies if you think these should have sold for more than 15 plus ship on eBay.
You only sold these for 15 bucks?
Yep.
I gotta say, the one downfall of hats is that they take a long time to sell usually. But even though I picked this up probably like a year ago, it's honestly been that long, I still sold it for crazy money. And they're literally so small, so you could easily store them. Pretend if you had a bin like this, you could probably fit like 100 to 200 hats in here if you stack them nice and properly. So we'll add that to the pile too. And the last item that we have going out today is this Microsoft Original Xbox Game Support CD or disc. I don't even know what you want to call it. I had no idea how valuable this thing was. I saw sold comps of like literally like 5 or 10 bucks, and then someone else was listing it for like $100. So I kind of made up my own price of like $25, and it actually sold after a few weeks. It was completely unexpected, but keep your eyes out on this CD. Probably spent around 15 to 20 cents for this at the Goodwill bins, so this is definitely a bolo to look out for. So yeah, have the game disc right here, have all my games down here, and I usually keep some games up here too, but I'm running really low on games. Most of my games go to Amazon FBA nowadays, and that's the last item for the pile. And I would say between all of these items, that's probably just around over $100 in sales. So I would say after eBay fees and cost of goods sold, all these items right here are probably going to make me around $80 to $85 in profit. Now you guys have seen some sales in this video, but you're probably wondering who I am and what I'm even doing. So if you have no idea what reselling even is, it's basically going to discount stores, thrift stores, garage sales, basically anywhere you can find stuff for really cheap and flip it online for a profit. So now that you guys have seen some of my sales, I got some more in store for you today. Starting off, I'm at Best Buy. I picked up 2 SD cards for my camera, and they were like $22 each. Great deal on them. They were like $46 off. I know on Amazon they're like $35, not normally like 60 bucks, but Best Buy normally charges like $60, $70 on these 128 gigabyte SD cards. But anyways, I only have 10 seconds left on my GoPro footage, so let me change one of these out. I changed the SD card, and look at this shopping cart over here. It's literally in the middle of the road. It's 56 degrees here in New Jersey today, which is way warmer than it's been the past few months. It's literally been freezing and snowing all the time. Every time it rains at night, it turns into ice. Man, I'm just so glad for this weather to start warming up. I'm gonna be hitting up some thrift stores with my girlfriend that we don't usually go to. Gonna be hitting up a Habitat for Humanity Restore, a Goodwill. I never go to Goodwill unless it's the Goodwill bins. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen today. So let's see if we can score some profits. Let's see what Goodwill has in store for us today. The first section that I actually hit up in this Goodwill was the media section, and I started browsing through, and there was a couple of hidden video games in there. So I found this Destiny game right here, and it's selling for $56 on Amazon. I was so hyped, it's not even funny. I wish you guys could have seen my reaction, but they're playing straight copyrighted music in there. And then look at this, I found a hidden copy of Wii Sports in there. And just make sure you guys stay tuned until the end, and I'll do a full profit breakdown of everything. But basically right now, I was just scanning through some of these games. They had a ton more video games. They actually had a dedicated video game section, but unfortunately some of the games were in really bad shape. It literally looks like it went through a hurricane and back. So moving on, I found this helmet. It wasn't really worth anything. And then look at this, Rainforest Cafe mugs from Disney's Animal Kingdom. They were selling for $40 plus shipping. The unfortunate thing is that there was missing one of the cups, so I'm thinking I should have been able to get like 20 bucks for just 2 of them. One of them did have a little bit of a chip in it, so I really didn't want to ship anything out like that, you know? Moving on now, I'm just looking through some of the electronics in this section, and I really am not finding much. I'm just taking a look. I found these things up here. I'm not really sure what they were. It's like a speaker system, and I could have made a little bit of money on them, but I don't know if they're going to end up working. And honestly, the comps weren't that great. Some were selling for like 30, 40, you know, maybe even like $50 upwards, but the sell-through rate wasn't great. But look at this. I found this little rubber duck from Miami Dolphins. It was selling for like 10 to 15 bucks, and I only paid $2 on it. Found this Skylanders thing. I don't really know what they are. I just know that some of them could be worth money, so I decided to Google Lens it to figure out what it was, but didn't end up being worth anything. Have you guys ever seen the Vampire Diaries? It was actually a really good show. I watched it with my girlfriend. I had no idea they made a board game of it. And then look at this thing. Do you guys recognize this thing? I don't know the exact name of it, just this Power Player, but I used to have one of those as a kid, and I used to play it all of the time, and I enjoyed it. So I actually went back to the media section because beforehand there was actually a couple people in front of it blocking it, so I was like just gonna wait my turn, but they missed out on a couple of these DVDs. The Sandlot DVD was selling for around 56 bucks on Amazon, and this weird DVD right here too is also selling for around the same price, which is insane. So moving on, I went back to the electronics again. I was all over in this thrift store, not even gonna lie, but I just kept trying to scavenge through things, trying to find some stuff, but majority of the stuff in here was literally just junk. All right guys, before we end this video off, let's do a quick little recap of everything we just got from Goodwill. So we picked up this Miami Dolphins team duck for $2, and it should go for 10 to 15 bucks plus shipping. This CD, there was none sold on eBay, but it was selling for like $35 free shipping, brand new, so I'm like, why not just take a chance on it? Let's just say conservative, 10 bucks on it at the very minimum. And then we have these 2 DVDs right here. These 2 DVDs were actually selling for like 50 or 60 bucks on Amazon. I'm pretty sure the price of this was actually a little bit inflated, so let's just say conservative, $20 in profit on this one. On the first 3 right now, we're at a $40 total. And then this Sandlot DVD was actually selling for like $66, I think, on Amazon. Apparently it's super rare. It's Sandlot 1 and Sandlot 2. It's like this dual combo pack DVD. It's brand new sealed. Honestly, most of the stuff that I got here is brand new sealed besides the video games. And then next up, this was selling for around like 55 or 56 bucks on Amazon. It's probably gonna make me like $40 after fees. It's this copy of Destiny right here. I actually posted a video of this like on TikTok, I think. I don't remember if I posted on TikTok or Instagram, but somebody was like, oh, Destiny is not really worth that much money. You can get it for free on the App Store. Well, games that are hard copy discs that you can still get free on the App Store are actually worth money. Not all of them, but some of them. For example, like the original Fortnite copies on PS4, they're selling for $100 to $150 in used condition. So that's a bolo for you guys to look out for. And then when I saw this right here, I was so hyped. Always check Wii cases to make sure the right game is inside, because you never know what you're gonna find inside. So I opened it up in the thrift store and I found Wii Sports, which is like a $20 to $25 game, and I was so hyped. So I'm extremely happy with all of this. So the video games were $5 each, so I had 10 bucks into that. The DVDs were $2 each, so that's 14. The CD was $1, so that's 15. And then this was $2, so that's 17 bucks. But I also got a student discount. In total, it was around 14 bucks for all this stuff. Yeah, so turning $15 into around $150 after fees is absolutely insane. So that leaves me with a net profit of $135 on just this one Goodwill haul. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up the video for you guys today. If you guys did enjoy the video, please toss a like on this video and have a good rest of your day. Peace.